Historically, deviant sexuality has been defined more by politics and power than by personal preference. Over centuries, acceptable sexuality shifted under the influence of religion, class, and social control. In ancient Greece, sexual norms were different from those that later emerged. Homosexuality was common, with relationships between older men and younger boys seen as mentorship bonds. Though class and power dynamics were always present, pleasure was part of ethical living and self-discipline. Ancient Rome upheld similar views, but with Christianity's spread, sex transformed from a balanced practice to a battleground of purity and sin. Under Christian influence, boundaries tightened, and acts outside procreative marriage became suspect. Homosexuality, once embedded in society, was condemned, leading to centuries of persecution. By the medieval era, deviant acts like same-sex love and indulgent behaviors were criminalized, framing sex as a conflict between virtue and vice. Early Christian scholars catalogued perversions, a practice later expanded by medical professionals. Philosopher Michel Foucault observed this as the start of Scientia Sexualis, where sexuality became pathologized and controlled. By the 19th century, psychology and medicine established normal and abnormal categories, often with damaging consequences. The late 19th century, however, saw hints of sex positivity among intellectuals. Freud suggested repression harmed mental health, while others recognized desire as natural. The early 20th century brought a quiet acceptance of diverse sexual orientations among writers and artists, even as mainstream culture remained repressive. The sexual revolution after World War II redefined deviance by prioritizing consent over conformity. Kinks like BDSM, once seen as entirely deviant, were re-examined, and figures like Alfred Kinsey revealed the commonality of so-called deviant desires. Kinsey's work challenged the belief that only conformity was acceptable, suggesting that diversity in sexuality was natural. Attitudes toward female sexuality also began shifting, with second-wave feminists like Simone de Beauvoir advocating for women's sexual agency, challenging double standards. Though inequality persisted, old frameworks were weakening, and society inched closer to accepting varied desires. While true sex positivity and equality remain elusive, modernity has brought society closer to these ideals. LGBTQ+ rights, the normalization of kink, and shifts in sexual education reflect a culture gradually valuing consent over conformity. As Berkowitz notes in The Boundaries of Desire, even legal structures have, albeit slowly, adapted to this change. Ultimately, deviance is more than mere actions. It's about power, culture, and who defines desire's boundaries. Today, society may be moving toward true sex positivity, not by erasing boundaries, but by respecting each person's autonomy within them. Did you find this fascinating? Want to avoid the powers that censor and control your intimate life? Join us on lifesexplicit.com for unfiltered sex and relationship support and knowledge. Escape the algorithms and follow our Telegram channel. Visit telegram.lifesexplicit.com.